Hi, my name's Andy Young and I'm one of the automotive lecturers down at Unitech in Auckland. And, I teach automotive. I teach all about how to fix cars, motorcycles, other vehicles, basically. And I've made a mistake, and I'm going to put my hand up to that. I've made a mistake in the fact that, as many people do that make these kind of videos on YouTube, I've overlooked basic skills. I've taken for granted that you know already, how to check a bulb, how to, when do you use insulation tape? When's a good time for that? When should you be using a cable tie to hold stuff out? What size cable tie should you be using? How do we drill holes, through steel? Another really important one, how do we solder? Okay, it might not be the official way, but how I solder it works for me, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Even stuff like, when do we use a ratchet, When's good to use a ratchet? When should we use a deep socket that's, or when should we use a bi-hex socket? When should we use a shallow socket, a single hex socket? And when's best to use a spanner? I mean, there's just so much stuff that we, as mechanics, once we get into the trade and we do things, we just take for granted and we forget that we had to pick them up ourselves. I mean, years and years ago, kids, boys, male students at school would often learn basic car repair skills. Their teacher would show them how to change spark plugs, change the oil, set the points, check tyre pressures, check wheel bearings for play, just do all the basic stuff that the old cars needed doing on a regular basis. That doesn't happen anymore. Are we going forwards or are we actually going backwards? Is it not a fundamental skill? I mean, it's the same thing as carpentry and things, I mean, I was taught how to put up shelves and how to make boxes and all that kind of thing. And then it went to multi-skill, plastics and things, and it seems to have disappeared and been phased out, and we're all academics these days, and who's going to fix our cars in 50 years' time? I don't know. So I'm going to produce a great raft of short videos, hopefully only 5 minutes a piece maximum, covering lots of different basic skills, and that's going to sort of be an introduction into helping you to understand how to fix your car or your motorcycle or whatever, and to be able to make those fixes a good fix, one that's going to actually last. I've bought hundreds, maybe not thousands, but I have bought hundreds and hundreds of vehicles over the years, be it motorcycles or four-wheel drives. And the number of bodges that I've come across is incredible. A lot of those within the wiring of the vehicle. People twist wires together and bodge a bit of insulation and tape over the top. Fine for an emergency, get you home kind of stuff. Is it going to last? It's not going to last at all. Is it going to cause you more problems? Yes, it's going to cause you lots more problems. So let's do a short number of videos, and they're all going to be entitled Basic Skills dash whatever, and hopefully that's going to help a lot of you to get to grips with this. What brought this to my attention, believe it or not, was a video that I produced on fitting a radio band expander for a friend of mine. Now, to me, it was a really simple job. It required connecting 3 wires, and it really wasn't a very difficult job at all. Something which I would just take for granted and really assume that just about anybody should be able to do that. That video has had way more views than anything else that I've done. Videos that I've put days and days of preparation into, put lots of work into producing and editing. Yet that one seems to be the most popular and therefore maybe the most beneficial to my audience. So maybe these basic skill videos are actually going to be really helpful. They're not so much aimed directly at my Unitech students, as are the majority of my videos. No, these videos are aimed at you, the public. And if you can't find a basic skill video listed, that I haven't maybe done yet, or finished editing and uploading, then please stick a comment at the end of this video, and I'll stick it on the list, and I'll get it made for you. Okay? Right, so that's it for the intro. There won't be any basic skills on this particular video. It's just an introduction into what my new basic skills videos are all about and why I'm doing them. Okay, so my name is Andy Young. I'm one of the automotive lecturers down at Unitec in Auckland, New Zealand, and I like to produce these videos primarily for my students, but also for you guys. Cheers, thanks for watching.